Good day, wizards, and welcome to today's lesson, Story Time. In this lesson, we will focus on read a story, adjectives, write a paragraph, simple present tense, subject-verb agreements, as well as commas. Listen and speak. A lesson from a frog tale. Some frogs passed a deep pit when two of them fell in. The two tried to jump out as the others shouted down to them. Their friends above them told the two frogs to save their energy, but they continued to jump until one dropped from weariness and died. The other frog jumped as the others shouted at him to save his strength. He continued jumping until he jumped out of the pit. They asked, "Why did you continue to jump when we told you it was impossible?" Reading their lips, he said, "I am deaf. I saw you shouting and waving and thought you were cheering. It made me try harder. Encouragement can help you to succeed against all odds." Now, after you listened to the story, talk about the answer to these questions. Then write the answer in full sentence. A. What characteristics does a good friend have? B. Explain what the lesson of the story is. C. How can this lesson benefit you? D. What should you do if a friend discourages you? Language practice. Rewrite the paragraph and fill in the capital letters and full stops. A group of frogs hopping about passed a deep pit when two of them fell in when they saw how deep the pit was. They agreed that it was a hopeless situation and that they were as good as dead. The friends were angry and accused the two of being careless. Now, wizards, let's look at adjectives. An adjective tells us more about a noun. For example, I wore a thick jacket yesterday. Subject-verb agreement. A sentence has a subject and an object. The subject is the person or thing doing the action. The object is the person or thing affected by the action. The verb is the action of the sentence. For example, the girl picked flowers. The girl is the subject, picked is the verb, flowers is the object. A singular verb must have a singular subject, and a plural verb must have a plural subject. Now, wizards, complete the following activity. Find the subject, verbs, and objects. A. The cat caught a mouse. B. The children kicked cans. C. William ate the juicy peach. Verbs transitive and intransitive. When verbs have objects, we say they are transitive verbs. Example, I flipped the coin. The verb is flipped and the object is the coin. When a verb does not have an object, we say it is intransitive verb. Commas are used to separate the main parts of a sentence. Mark places where we pause in a sentence, separate phrases, and stand apart from the rest of the sentence.